This right here is the Vivo Y33s. It's a budget smartphone that costs 109,000 naira and is competing with smartphones like the Samsung Galaxy A22, the Infinix Note 10 and the Redmi 10. Is the Vivo Y33s worth buying? Well, let's find out. For the unboxing experience, yes, the smartphone, oh my god, it feels light. It comes in two colors, Midday Dream and Mirror Black. Now back to the box, it comes with a SIM ejector tool, a TPU case, quick start guide information and warranty cards, earphones, USB Type-C cable and an 18 watts fast charger. Now for the charging time, it took 2 hours 9 minutes to charge this smartphone to 100%. That's not bad considering that the Samsung Galaxy A22 took 2 hours 17 minutes to charge, and for the Redmi 10 it took 2 hours 7 minutes. So looking at the numbers of the Vivo Y33s, the charging time is not bad. Now for the build quality, what can I say? It's a strong smartphone. I can do that because the rear and the frame are made from plastic. Now taking a look at the rear, as I said earlier, it's made from plastic and it has a mirror finish that attracts fingerprint and smudges. What's even worse is the mirror finish might look good but it scratches easily. Luckily, this smartphone comes with a TPU case. Now moving to the frame of this smartphone, it's made from plastic as well. It is 8mm thick and that makes holding this smartphone a pleasure. As for the display, it doesn't have any branded damage resistant glass like Corning Gorilla Glass or Dragon Trail Glass, and as for water resistance, it doesn't have an IP rating. I did, however, notice a gasket attached to the SIM and memory card tray. The gasket is there to prevent water from entering the smartphone. I did a little aqua test and the smartphone survived. Now I carry out this test so that you don't have to, so please do not submerge your smartphone in water intentionally. For the external features, at the bottom, it comes with a 3.5mm audio jack, a mic, a USB Type-C port and a mono speaker. On the left side, there's nothing. At the top is where the dual SIM and memory card tray are located. Moving to the right side is where the volume keys and the power/fingerprint scanner is located. The fingerprint scanner isn't the fastest out there, but it is accurate. The Vivo Y33s also has the face unlock feature, and it's not the fastest out there, but it's accurate and it works well in the dark. Now, taking a look at the rear of the Y33s, it has 3 cameras and one of them will blow you away. More on that to come when we get to the camera section of this video. Now, moving to the front, it has a 16-megapixel selfie camera in this teardrop design with no LED flashlight. It uses the display as its fill light. Now, speaking about the display, the Vivo Y33s comes with a 6.5-inch IPS LCD panel. It has a resolution of 1080 by 2408 pixels. Sadly, it's a 60Hz display, so no fast and smooth scrolling like we see in other smartphones, which is a bummer. But the good thing is the viewing angles are good on this smartphone and watching content is equally good. Now, to show you just how good the IPS LCD panel is in terms of quality, I kept it side by side with the Poco X3 Pro and they looked identical. Now, consuming content on YouTube is great on this smartphone, but for Netflix users, this device does not support HDR content, so you're not going to get those deep blacks and high contrasts. Now, diving into the display settings, it has screen color where you can change the color mode and temperature, which is a plus. For the brightest, well, when I measured it, it had a reading of 372 nits, which is bright enough to be used outdoor, but you will struggle under direct sunlight. And now for performance, the Vivo Y33s comes with the MediaTek Helio G80 processor. It's a 12nm gaming chipset that offers boosted clock speed, making the smartphone snappy. Now, checking out the performance of the Vivo Y33s using synthetic benchmark apps like Antutu, it produced a score of 178K. It should be scoring higher, but for some reason the GPU score is at 0. For Geekbench, it had a single core score of 376 and a multi-core score of 1265. For multitasking, the Vivo Y33s comes with 4GB of RAM or 8GB of RAM. The one I have over here comes with 4GB of RAM, or should I say 5GB of RAM. With this smartphone, you can use up to 1GB of the phone storage for extended RAM. So with the 4GB of RAM version, you actually get 5GB of RAM. For the gamers out there, gaming on the Vivo Y33s is average. It runs PUBG on HD graphics and high frame rates. The gameplay was okay, but I didn't enjoy it because I'm used to playing PUBG with smartphones with a higher display refresh rate. And also, I kept on blocking the mono speaker. For Call of Duty, it played the game at medium graphics and high frame rates. The gameplay was smooth and the smartphone didn't get hot. The Vivo Y33s was also able to play one of the most demanding games on mobile phone, and that's Geshin Impact. It played it at the lowest graphics settings. For the operating system, the Vivo Y33s is running Android 11 with FunTouch OS 11.1. You get no ads on this smartphone and minimal bloatware, which is great. As for future Android software updates, well, there's no word from Vivo if the smartphone will be getting Android 12. For the cameras, the Vivo Y33s comes with a 60 megapixel front-facing camera. Pictures from the front camera are a bit soft, but in a properly lit environment, they actually take very good pictures. Portrait shots, on the other hand, look good as well. My only complaint with the front-facing camera is when you zoom in, you will realize that the 16 megapixel camera lacks details, but zoomed out, the picture looks good. What's up, guys? So here's a video from the front-facing camera of the Vivo Y33s. It's shooting in 1080p, 30 frames per second, no video stabilization. So what do you guys think about the video and audio quality coming out from the 1080p camera on the Vivo Y33s? Now moving to the rear cameras, the Vivo Y33s comes with a 50 megapixel main camera, a 2 megapixel depth camera, and a 2 megapixel macro camera. The 50 megapixel main camera is impressive. Dynamic range is on point as long as you turn on HDR. Portrait shots are sharp and it does a good job in separating the subject from the background, but as you can see, dynamic range suffers in portrait mode with the blown highlights. For the 2 megapixel macro camera, well, it's just there to be honest, and the night photos using the 50 megapixel camera is also decent as well. So guys, we'll switch to the rear camera of the Vivo Y33s. It's shooting in 1080p, 30 frames per second. Unfortunately, no 4K here, but guess what? It has incredible video stabilization, and let me just run and show you how stable the footage is. So right now I'm running, and as you can see, the footage is stable. So what do you guys think about the video and audio quality coming up from the Vivo Y33s? Powering the Vivo Y33s is a 5000 mAh battery, and that would easily last the entire day. For the charging time, well, it took 2 hours 9 minutes to charge this smartphone from 0 to 100%. Here's a detailed breakdown of the charging time if you're interested in looking at that figure. One feature the Vivo Y33s has is reverse charging, and you can use it to charge your earbuds or even another smartphone if you have the right cable. For my final thoughts, where the Vivo Y33s shines is with the 50 megapixel main camera. It takes very good pictures. The battery life is good on this smartphone and it would easily last the entire day. Plus, it has reverse charging. The display quality is good for an IPS LCD panel, but the lack of a high refresh rate will turn some people off. The front camera does take good pictures, but it's a bit soft. The mono speaker sounds okay, but I wish it came with dual stereo speakers. If you want to see a comparison between the Vivo Y33s, the Redmi 10 and the Samsung Galaxy A22, let me know in the comment section below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Click on this icon over here to subscribe to this channel. Thank you for watching once again, and I will see you guys soon. Valor, signing out.